Stop whatever you're doing right now. A $71 million monster just demanded his way to Las Vegas, and the front office has already started taking an axe to the roster, making 3 urgent swaps in the trenches. Things are officially getting crazy in Henderson. If you thought January was going to be quiet, forget about it. Spytek and the management are making frantic moves, and we need to talk about what this means for our offense and the future of the franchise. Buckle up and smash that like button right now, because today was completely insane in the Raider Nation. And I'm not holding anything back. Straight to the point, no fluff. The Raiders just signed 3 new guys and sent 3 packing in the exact same breath. Enter D.E. Patrick Johnson, L.B. Buddy Johnson, and W.R. Deven Thompkins. To clear up house, they waved goodbye to W.R. Jonathan Brady, L.B. Chris Thomas, and D.T. Lakitasi. That's right, veteran W.R. out. The heavy cleanup has begun. My immediate reaction: Spytek isn't playing games. He looked at our current depth chart and said, "This ain't gonna cut it." Patrick Johnson brings that Eagles baggage. He's got experience, already played 70 games in the league. He's that blue-collar trench worker we need in the rotation, so the defense doesn't die in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, Buddy Johnson has bounced around the Steelers, Cowboys, and Colts. He's a pure special teams gamble, plain and simple. You gotta have the bodies to hit hard on returns. But what caught my eye the most in all this was Deven Thompkins. The guy is an undersized receiver, standing at 5'8", but he's electric on the field. He averages over 22 yards per kickoff return. And why does that matter for us right now? Because we need a spark. Sending Jonathan Brady packing shows that patience with stagnant production is over. We need dynamic targets. Everyone knows the franchise's secret plan has to be shielding and giving explosive weapons to Fernando Mendoza. If Mendoza is going to take over this job for real, he can't rely on heavy receivers who can't get separation. Thompkins could be exactly that slot guy who bails out our QB on a quick 3rd and 3. What's the real impact on the team? We're building the bottom of the iceberg. Nobody wins a Super Bowl with just 3 superstars. You absolutely need those rotational guys who come in and don't make mistakes. The defense needed fresh blood on the edges, and the offense needed speed on the return game. My honest opinion, I absolutely love it. I'm not going to sugarcoat a bad cut, but letting go of guys who weren't producing and bringing in hungry players from other teams, that's what builds a competitive culture in the NFL. Nobody's job is safe on this roster, and that's exactly how it should be. The fact is, Spytek is putting together a puzzle with November and December in mind. But hold your horses. If these depth signings already got you hyped, you are not ready for the Richter scale earthquake that could hit our defensive line in the coming days. Get this, Vita Vea, the 330-pound human tractor and Pro Bowl star, just asked to be traded from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And guess what the top destination is on the Beast's wish list? Yep, our beloved Las Vegas. The guy is 31 years old, makes a whopping $71 million, is heading into a contract year, and wants a massive extension that the Bucs already said they won't pay. Things got ugly down in Florida, and he forced their hand. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler and The Athletic's Ted Nguyen, Vea wants to head back out west, and the connection to the Raiders is ridiculously clear. Our GM, John Spytek, was an executive in Tampa when they drafted Vea. Plus, who is our minority owner today? Tom Brady. They won a Super Bowl ring together. The guy has ultimate trust in our front office. My reaction? The fan inside me immediately screamed, "Bring this guy in right now." Imagine Vita Vea and Christian Wilkins teaming up in the middle of this defensive line. Opposing quarterbacks would be crying for mercy by halftime. He had 4.5 sacks last year, played all 17 games, and is an absolute brick wall shutting down the run game. He's that kind of impact player who elevates the entire defense. But let's keep a level head and analyze the real impact on the team. He wants a gigantic contract at 31 years old. We are already investing heavily in the defense, And most importantly, how much is this going to cost in draft capital? A few years ago, he was easily worth a first-round pick, no questions asked. Today, with his age and the money he's demanding, the Raiders cannot and should not send anything more than a third-round pick. The contract risk tanks his trade value. Here's my raw, unfiltered take. We are a year or two away from being true contenders. Does Vita Vea speed that up? A lot. He is a terrifying monster, but we have critical holes on the offensive line. We go back to the main point, the sacred plan to protect Mendoza. We can't burn our best draft picks on a 31-year-old defensive tackle if it means our quarterback is going to get crushed because he doesn't have blockers. If the asking price is a third-rounder, I'll sign the paperwork right now and pick him up at the airport myself. If Tampa Bay asks for a first or second, Spytek, hang up the phone and focus on the draft. We are no longer the franchise that mortgages its entire future for an aging, big-name veteran. Long story short, the roster is already shifting in the trenches with Johnson's arrival and Thompkins' speed on offense, while a giant all-pro is literally digging his way to Las Vegas. The season hasn't even truly started, and the pot is already boiling over. Now, the golden question I want the Raider Nation to answer down below. Would you trade a second-round pick for Vita Vea today, even knowing it would hurt the rebuilding pieces for our offensive line? Yes or no, and why? Drop it in the comments. Let's debate. Just win, baby. And I'll see you in the next video.